Hello. This video we're going to be going over how to add e-newsletter products to an order. The e-newsletter products will be entered using the new slot sale mechanism on orders. Again, setting up the order, completing the order, that process is all the same. All we're really doing is adding this new type of product into the order. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump over to a customer that I already have an order for, find this group, and I'm going to edit my pending order and add a new e-newsletter product to that order. So when I go in to the company, I'm going to go over to my pending orders tab, and I'm just going to edit my order I already have started. And again, we'll see here in the contact information, this place all remains the same. So you know these e-newsletters will go to the digital artwork contact on the order, so we'll be using this person. I'm just going to jump over again to the products area. The forecast additional information is all the same. And when I go to products, again, we'll see this new option for slot sales. So this is where we're going to be entering these e-newsletter products. I'm going to click on this. We'll get this new pop-up. And the first thing we're going to do is make sure we select the correct publication. So these are all the website properties. So the newsletter products are within these different properties. So instead of selecting an e-newsletter publication, I'm just going to select the relevant .com property to go with it. So I'm going to select here first, it's ASU Mag. And then I'm going to select the product. So we'll see here is the listing of the different e-newsletter options, and I'm going to select it. So instead of before, you would see an issue list with a date, this is all date driven. So this is basically mean you're going to have to choose the date that you want this item to run. But not all, obviously, products run on the same date. So if you're not sure when it's going to run or what's available, you can use this slot inventory report link, which is right here. You can also put this in your favorite reports to find it. But because I don't know exactly what dates are available, I don't want to guess, I'm going to click on this report. I'm going to open this up again in a new tab so I can stay right here. And then I'm going to look at the report. And it filters very similar to the item entry. I'm going to first select my publication. Then I'm going to select the product I want to sell into. And so now what I can do is I can just select a date range. And I can say, I want to see what's running in May. I'm talking to the customer about May. And I'm just going to get the report. Now this is going to return all of the different positions and all the different sizes that are available. And when you see it, you'll actually see the list. If it's been sold, we can see the link green here. This is sold to a customer. If there's a pending sale, you'll see it in here. So you can still put in an order for a pending, but you will not be able to put anything in here for anything that has been sold. You'll also see here the relevant dates. So I can see that it's relevant for the 7th and the 14th of the month, which is very, very important in that case. So this can give me this report. And again, if I want to, I can actually show, let me just show what's open. So I can just see dates that I can sell to, positions I can sell to, or again, sold. And if you want to, you can also go ahead and filter down to a specific position. So if I want to look at, okay, I want to look at first position, we can see what's available in first position over the month of May. So let me go back over now that I have this information to the order form, and I'm going to select that. I'm going to select my first position. And this size field may auto-populate if there's only one. Right now, there may be multiple ones in there, so that might be updated. But for now, I'm going to have to select the size I want. For this product as well, you'll notice that the GL class has auto-populated again, so you do have to select the GL class if it doesn't. So if this didn't auto-populate, you will have to go ahead and choose the class before you complete the order. So now I can choose this date. So I know when I looked at this that the 7th was available. So I can go ahead and here, and then I can also group it just as I do any other items. The gross field, again, or I say the unit field is always 1, so that's not editable, similar to CPF sales like previous newsletters. And then I just put in the gross unit price. So let's say this is $2,000, great. I can go ahead and discount it based on the unit price or discount it in any other mechanisms as I want. So you can see I have all these items in here, and now I'll just hit save. So what I'm going to do now, we have that item added, that's great, but just to show you on the slot item, if you were going through that same process, see ASU Mag, we'll choose that product. Again, I want first position, and I choose size. And let's say that I go into May, and I accidentally choose the 8th. Well, when I try and save this item, you'll see that it's not available. And that's again because if I went over to my report here, the 8th is not an available date. So I can't obviously sell it to the 8th because it doesn't exist. And now let's take a look at this same option. If I were to choose the 14th for the first position, that size, we will get a similar warning, 14th first position size. Let's make sure I got that right. Yep, great. We'll also see that that can't be sold either. Now, again, if I change positions, and choose size, then we can see that that can save because that is going to be available. One thing to note on this is that interface will be changing soon. So we actually have, this is what it will look like in the near future, just in a couple weeks. When I go to slot sales, I'm going to first again select the publication just as I would. I'm going to choose that item, and actually let me choose Monday because we know I have items in here, geoclass to default, and you'll actually get, instead of having to go to the report, this kind of calendar option. So you can actually see here what's available and what has been sold, and you can filter that down. So if you just want to take a look at, again, the first position potentially, and you want to look at sometime in May, basically we're putting the report into the order form, and so when you run this, you can just see, okay, that's what's available, and just select it, and then put the price in and you're done. So that will be the mechanism, again, in a couple of weeks. But for now, again, you can use the report to find it. I've added these items. One other thing to note, again, you don't have to worry about anything new in billing, but there is a new element on the template. So these items will show up here in a new element, not with the other added sales items. Again, if you always want to go, you can get to that report also separately under favorite reports. You can favorite it or quick link it, so you can always just go to the inventory report, not necessarily through the order, but also directly through the menu as well.